Welcome to this week's video, and this week I've got myself another Nintendo Switch, this one with no Wi-Fi. So as you can see, condition wise it's not amazing, but it's not the worst. It's missing a few screws. I've had this for a few weeks. I picked it up in a bundle and it worked perfect when I first got it. It's only when I started to delve in deeper that I realised that it doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi. So I try and connect to the Wi-Fi and then I get this error message. So we need to open up, so we get our iFixit kit out. And then we just need to take the tri-wing screws out to the back, peel the cover off, then take all the Phillips screws out of the heat shield and then peel that off as well. And then what I always say is disconnect the battery first, just make sure we don't do any shorts. Now this is the NAND chip, and underneath the NAND chip is where the Wi-Fi chip is. So very carefully just prise this off. Probably best not to use anything metal like I'm doing. Now that silver rectangle, that's the Wi-Fi chip, so this is going to be what is at fault. And this is what we're going to try and reflow or replace. So first thing we need to do is get the board out completely. We really don't want to be doing it whilst in the housing. There's too much of a risk to damage the screen underneath. So we'll get it under the microscope. As you can see, I've put Kapton tape around all the plastic edges and the connectors. So when we apply the heat, we shouldn't be getting anything melting. So we'll just get it into a better position. Makes it easier for us. Apply a little bit of flux, not too much, because it's going to spread out and go all over. And then I'm going to come in with 400C with 70% airflow. So we're just going to need to leave this on for a minute or two. Keep moving it around, make sure you don't touch any chips. And then you just come in, give a little wiggle, make sure the solder balls have been melted, and then you can move it away. Then all we need to do is just leave it to cool down. Once it's cooled down, we can come in, remove all the old Kapton tape, and then give it a good clean with isopropyl alcohol. You want to be getting right in there, and also if any spread out onto the main board, clean up all and around. Just one side note, these two caps here sometimes go bad. This can also lead to bad Wi-Fi or no Wi-Fi, so it could be something else you might want to look at in the future. But for the moment, I'm hoping it's just a Wi-Fi chip for me. So we power it back into the house and we put the NAND chip back on. We'll connect the battery, we'll flip it over, and then we'll turn it on. So it's turning on, which is a good sign. We haven't completely broken it yet. Just give it a couple of seconds to boot up. And then once it's booted up, we'll click in, and then we'll go into the settings, and then we'll go to the internet, and then we'll click on it and then see if we get any connections. Just give it a couple of seconds, and in there we can see we've got a connection there, and then we can click on, and then we've got our Wi-Fi connection and we're connected. So no longer term fix really is replacing the Wi-Fi chip itself, but the first one you'd always go to just to go for a reflow. It's the easy option, and I've done many before and they've all lasted. So it's always worth trying that before you go for the more in-depth one of completely changing the Wi-Fi chip. So let me know any experience you've had of swapping the Wi-Fi chip yourself. It's something I've not tried yet and need a little bit of extra confidence to do it. So leave me a comment to tell me how easy it is to do. So thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.